All right, let's see if I can get this. There we go. All right, welcome everyone. I'm going to do some practicing myself on Blues Volume 4. And when I came up with, we had 3 blues volumes that dealt with this eighth note pattern, and then I decided to do this sort of second line or island groove. And let me stop this for a second. And the other thing I did with Blues Volume 4 is do some things that I normally wouldn't play, like some classical type approaches to jazz and blues material. So one of the examples I'm going to do in just a minute is this idea. So I do have a classical background, so like learning Chopin and things like that, it kind of inspired me to try to take those concepts and even over a blues setting. Now this is not like traditional blues licks or jazz licks, but it's just stuff that I like to do to help teach certain concepts. Now this is missing an accidental. I'm just seeing this after all these years. Should be an F natural, but this is kind of like Chopin inspired-ish. Chromaticism, holding the top note. So we're doing this over 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again. Just a fun little approach to that idea. So, and you guys may think that this is a strange stream to do practicing while I'm just going through this. So we'll see if anybody likes this kind of stuff. All right, so I'm going to work on, instead of going through each particular key like you do the same thing on F, same thing on G. That's just a nice finger exercise, and it's teaching you a bunch of things. Holding that top note, locking up the hands, and chromaticism and stuff going on in the middle of the lick. And right here, I'm thinking my chromaticism, my chromatic scale, while I'm holding that C note. Now I have one that's even more complex. It's kind of a bonus one at the end of this course, which is really fun. But let's go ahead and do a couple of the easy ones. And again, I'm just going to do the first part of each lick, so we're not going to go through each example. The first one was inspired by my student Dwight. Just that idea of the tritone. I told Dwight a long time ago that I said he did that during one of our lessons. I said, Dwight, I love that. You're going up to that tritone, and going down the flat 7 in the root. And so I said, it's going to be in one of my books. So it made the first example of Blues Volume 1. So the next one we're going to do, this has a little bit of an interesting twist, and that is kind of diminished, kind of spooky-ish. 1 and 2, let's see, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So a lot of syncopation. So that's kind of like from the diminished scale, this kind of sound. But I'm starting on the 5th, 1 and 2 and. So with this bass line, you always 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so and of 2 on the bass line, 1 and 2 and. So those lock up. That's by itself, and then syncopated the and of 4. And what that's doing is the flat 7, the tritone, the 5th. So this minor third sort of, this idea I've showed you guys many times, is that like if I'm doing a C and I have my triad, I can go a half step below the target note of C. So that's a really great tip for anybody who's wanting to get familiar with the keyboard again. Pick your triad, C triad, and I go half step below. F, same thing. Same thing on G, F. So many different things you could do with that. All right, let me just check and see if anybody is actually joining to watch this silly stream. Let me know in the chat. I didn't tell anybody I was going live. I just decided to go live. Let me know if you guys find this interesting, going through Blues Volume 4. The next thing I'm going to do is, so we just did, I need to finish the lick. So we had this, once again, so 1 and 2 and. You want to lock that up, 1. And even that ba da ba da 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 is 5th, flat 7, tritone. And back to that idea of half-step approaches to our chord tones. So 1 and 2. A little interesting, kind of out there a little bit. All right, now, this next one is a whole lot of fun. I could stay on the same notes. So a couple of really important things about that. With Blues Volume 4, what I decided to do, awesome, Joseph, what's up? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Memphis? Memphis, we missed you on the stream this morning, but good to see you. So a couple of things on, this was, Blues Volume 4 was different. I did a lot of interesting classical / exercise type things. Now when I do this right here and I'm connecting that blues scale and I go down, some really important things are happening. One is that when I play this blues scale and then I go down here, now I'm thinking the flat 7 up to the 11. So that's another trigger there. You go. See how I did this flat 7 up to the 4th? When I go to the F, it's not going to sound as good if I just do it on F. It works okay, but it goes back to that idea. It's going to generally sound better when if you're in the key of C and I go to the F chord. I'm going to still do the C one just for a second. Here we go. F chord. You hear how it still works the C over the F, even on G. But I did write it out again with the idea in mind that I do want you to practice it over F and practice it over G. Same thing. All right, let me know, again, make sure you like this video. I was having fun with the fact that I did this long stream, lots of engagement this morning, and I went to look, and it shows just like now that I have 1 like. So if you guys are enjoying this, let me know by saying hello in the chat and definitely liking this video. All right, it's time for a sip of coffee, and then we're going to go into some really out there awesome licks from Blues Volume 4. Also, if anybody gives, not that anybody's going to give a donation, but if anyone wants to support the stream by either joining, if anybody joins the channel during this live stream, I'm going to put Blues Volume 4 inside the membership area. And if anybody donates $10 or more, you can, I'll put the link in the chat here, and but nobody's going to get it unless it's locked down. So if you make a donation, then I just say, oh, so and so donated, and then you immediately get access to Blues Volume 4. But it's not, if you just clicked it right now, it's just going to be like in a waiting room. So just being very transparent and open. All right, here we go. Let's keep going down this list. I want to get a sip of coffee really quickly. Again, shout out to Tom, who's our latest member of the YouTube channel. We're up to 16 now, and I can't wait for the next person to join. Okay, here we go. Let's keep having fun with this course. That's a good one. This idea, let me turn on the metronome, and let's see what we can do here. That's a little slow. Let's see. So maybe like 120, maybe 130. All right, let me stop that for just a second. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Are you enjoying this? Let's refresh just to see if anybody else has liked this video. 3. All right. It's kind of sad. All right, now, as I continue to go down this PDF, I love that one. And Memphis and Joseph, those are good because in addition to getting that blues scale going, you just cross over and go to the flat 7 and the 11. And what that does, it gets you moving up and down the keyboard. And notice that sometimes I was doing, it's actually written out where it's just like this. And I'm doing 1 and a 2, 1, and kind of doing like a real Ray Charles-ish kind of thing. And sometimes I'm going, that kind of thing. Just a little kind of sloppy and on purpose. All right, very good. The next thing we're going to do, let's just find another one. I'm back here. And all of these, anybody, again, if anybody, you're not even a member of anything, you don't want to be a member, you don't want to buy the course for whatever it is, $30, whatever, just a donation of $10 or more and you get it. It's very simple. But you don't have to donate, you don't have to get anything or give anything. All right, here we go. I want to keep going down. I like this right here. We're going to go, this is just a playful reminder of that idea that if I'm on C, I can go down a half step to my target note, down a half step, C is my key, and I want you guys to do this. So it's like this. It went down the triad. See, even right here where I go, that's our sharp 9. Now, if you are liking that sharp 9, that's a fun thing to do, right? Oops, sharp 9. Let's turn on the metronome. I go. So even on G, I go 2, 3, 4. F, C, again, again. All right, let's keep going down the list. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, let's find another one. So this morning, during our lesson, I was telling you guys in the shapes course, you have those second inversion triads. And so as you go through this, notice what's happening here. Half notes on these concepts that we did this morning. You have the triads. Same thing on F. Very cool that we did that. And we even did this morning, and 2. And I can even go. Again. Or this. Kind of like that. All right, let me stop that. Let's take a little break. This is good to practice a certain thing, like maybe it's a chorus, maybe it's a lick, maybe it's a particular key. So all the things we can do to sort of simplify things and sort of not get overwhelmed. For me, it's this course right now. I'm saying, all right, I'm going to go through this course. That is my focus for this session. So here we go. Let's keep going. And I love that idea of the triads. We did a full stream on that this morning. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna keep going down that. Oh, is it already time for this one? Okay, this is fun. So we have to break this down. When I was studying classical music, I would do things like have to learn, I say have to, whatever pieces I was doing, certain things had thirds and sixths and different challenges, right? One of those was thirds. And so I remember learning how to play my thirds, but I played them like this. I want to say Petrushka was one of these pieces I was doing, and I had to come up with a fingering, and I did 1 5 2 4 1 5 2 4, this kind of thing. So it created some challenges, and then I had this idea again about these blues and jazz ideas of if I'm learning how to hold the top notes. So you'll hear a lot of times if I'm like doing Oscar Peterson type runs where I hold the top note and I'm going, right? You can go, you can do it slow, you can do it fast, whatever, but I'm actually holding the top note longer, right? And so the same thing, so you need to be able to, even when we do our blues licks like this, notice that I'm holding the top note. Okay, so as we do this, watch this. So I got down to the third and the sixth. Now notice the pattern here. That's the flat 7 and the 9, just like we study all the time at iMusicAcademy. We talk about the flat 7 being important. Da 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 da. Right, you have that. But if I start on the 9th and the flat 7, I go little turnaround while I'm holding that C, and it gets down to this interval of the 6th, and we know how important that is. So why not in a classical fashion kind of do something like this? Chromatic. And then eventually we would do it on F as well. Back to C. And I would like to know if people think that this is hard or easy. Because it definitely presents its challenges, but it's so much fun once you get the muscles built up to play it like. It's a great exercise. F. So I don't want to show you exercises that I want to show you things that are going to help you with a technique. So notice it's like a G minor triad, and then we go up. For F, think like a C minor triad. Then go up. For F. And then for G. trick is after you go up here, you have to go 1-4 on that. Let's do it a few more times and then we'll go on to the next ones. You're going to absolutely love the next licks that we're doing from this volume, if you can hang in there. All right, here we go. Let's turn on that metronome again. That's hard. Let me slow down. Man, that's awesome and hard. Let me try it again. The G is the one that's tripping me up right now. Let's do it on F. On G. Yeah, so on that, just the way I'm thinking now is I've got my metronome on. I'm forcing myself to try to get it. Now, C. The first thing I'm thinking to get that one is getting my hand down to C and G sharp. And then I go up to the third, and I have to remember to do, let's see, so is to hit that and then don't do the third, but do the flat 7. That's the thing that's going to help. So that's what I'm thinking. But right here, third and flat 7. Then I go up to flat 7. I'm going to do the same thing. So get in position. Up to the third, flat 7, and then I do the F and D. So then I've got to get to there. Or that's not right. That's right. No. That's right. And then on G, same thing. And then I could turn on the metronome at this, and that's pushing the tempo a little bit. 2, 3, 4. I'll do the same thing on F. And go back to C. Now, let's do it on G. We're going to go. That's good. Now we're going to take a break from it, which is good to do with anything. You do it for a while and then you switch to something else. Because after a while, your mind, if you start missing it like I was doing, and then your mind just kind of checks out. Okay. Let's keep digging in. Maybe you guys aren't enjoying this, and that's fine. I would like to know if anyone is enjoying it. Okay, now I'm going to the next one. I like this one because we are starting off on a non-chord tone, sort of that minor third to major third, but this is more like an exercise. And I want you to think about this C9 chord. Notice that the ninth, once again, we're kind of emphasizing some of these ninths and things like that. So this is arpeggiating that, and then we're going to have... and then blues scale, and then Oscar Peterson-ish. And then, of course, it does it here too. Wait. I'm looking at the fingering. G as well. Now, these three things, I would not play them over the same blues, because going back to that same idea, I could play this over the F, definitely arpeggiate that, but I wouldn't do the blues scale part, because notice the tonality shifts again. It goes to an F blues scale, which is going to sound bad, right? I did that to make sure that you're working on this in different keys. So when you play this, don't play it in the blues exactly down to where you switch blues scales and then go to the G blues scale. No, it's a C blues, and so we want to stay in C blues. But I wrote this out so you could practice it in other keys. So watch this. Again. So let's turn on the metronome and have fun with that. 3, 4. You could go to comping. Here, G. All right, let me stop this for a second. As I look at this, and I said there's the ninth, and then it just goes C7. Notice that it does that, and then it does your little blues scale thing. Now, why is that important? Because when you start outlining the changes, I can go up to the ninth for sure. Same thing on F, and same thing on G. Those are going to sound nice, but it's also a nice, fun thing to do is to practice playing your C arpeggio, C7, just straight up C7, and that's going to sound good. Again, you're getting the fingers going. What's up, Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy? Jeffrey, are you having a good day today? Jeffrey is he's been my like police lately. Oh, we have 5 people that have liked this. That's me and maybe Jeffrey and a few others, right? All right, so watch this. your arpeggios. It's good to go up and down with that. And then notice another thing I was doing. I told you as part of my practice goal today, one of the things I like to do is, well, we all have to stay committed to practicing a certain amount of material, right? So we're not all over the place. Now, I'm all over the place on this one course right now because what I'm doing is I've been showing you how to practice these examples, right? We're at number 5 or 6, and then I'm occasionally mixing it up, like I'm going back to this, right? Showing you how that works. So even though we were just practicing this, then I could go again. Then I could go F7, just practicing that. G7. So same thing. I could go between the C7 or the C9. I could go. If I just wanted to do the C9 there. Okay, now who's ready for the next one? I bet Jeffrey is. Go back. I keep bouncing out of that. Okay. Let's go to. We just did number 7. This is fun. This is like. Now what's happening? We're going minor third to major third. But then we're coming down the blues scale, turning it around, going it up to the 6. Oh, Jeffrey, I see out for delivery are my trumpet pads to go in my trumpet, where I've been just shoving a paper towel in there to try to stop the leaks. So that'll be fun if those come in today. See how I'm doing that? I'm going minor third to major third. Get to the 6th note, which we talked about is so important. Then the 4th finger, remember that when you're playing the C blues scale, you want to get to that F sharp as your transition chord. That F sharp at the 4th finger really builds some confidence there, because this is part of our shape. Let's turn on the metronome. 3, 4. Let me do that again. How about this? I don't think I've ever done that. The idea of 2, 3, 4, boom. I kind of like that because it's not just a rhythm. It's not just a triplet rhythm that we've been doing a lot lately with that. Okay, so you're starting to notice how in Blues Volume 4, a lot of these things are going up and down the keyboard, right? We could take that same thing of. All right, let's keep going down and having fun with the next one, whichever one that is. All right, and the way all of my courses work, you guys already know this, but if you click the camera icon, it'll take you to that example, whatever it is. It'll show you the training privately on YouTube. All right, the next thing is we did our triads, we did a little Chopin kind of thing, we did that. And now the next, okay, this is fun. Everyone loves this one because it's this from Blues Volume 1, 3, root. End on the flat 7 and 5th, but in this example, we do one extra step. Let me see if anybody's ready for that extra step. Somebody put if you're ready for the next step. This is the one that'll take it all the way down the keyboard. Jeffrey, how's your practicing going lately? So at first, I'm just going to go third up to the root. This is a great thing for ear training, everyone. Like you want to do it in any key you can. Like C, you go third up to the root, cross over your index, 9, flat 7, do it again, and you end on the flat 7, 5. That's the short version. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, I did that wrong. D flat, G flat, B, E, A, and D. Let's do D again. Going to G. Let's do it on C again. All right, now, I was hoping that somebody would say they're ready for the secret sauce of how to take it all the way down the keyboard. And I'm going to hit refresh one more time to see if somebody's ready. I'll keep practicing until somebody says they're ready. All right, for anybody that might still be here, to get it to go to the next thing, all you're going to do is 3 up to the root, and when you get to the, instead of going thumb on B flat, you're going to go down a whole step. There it is. Or I could go actually, it'd be better like this. Which is the way it's written in the course. All right, let me go back here and let's do the last one. We'll finish up. There are a couple more, but I think we'll just do one more. This one is really cool because it takes your pentatonic scale, then it puts it in different shapes. And then this last one, I like this last one because I do 1, 2, 1, 3. That's a fun little workout as a bonus. And then this one right here. That's cool and very hard. I definitely blame my classical studies for this one. It's like my spider crawl lick. Let's see what kind of tempo we can do with that. Let's try that other lick with that. So the first one. Again. It should be A natural. What am I doing? That's not it. All right, so we're going to go 2, 3, 4. Wow. Now that's a workout right there. Oh. Isn't that full? Anybody who's watching, if you've been hanging out, that's full of some really out there licks. I love it. Like that, everything from. Well, let's end by doing that. Let's do some of these licks up above. This is a good one to keep going. That's not it. Let's try this. Wow. We'll do that a little bit more. Man, that's a workout. All right. Any questions about any of the licks, anything we've done so far? I'll give you guys a break. right, Jeffrey. I'll do one more exercise for me since nobody has any questions and nobody wants to work on this. Here we go. Let me turn on the metronome. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Adrienne, is that right? Thank you so much. A $20 donation. Now that is a blessing right there. Thank you so much. First of all, I'm going to like that. The second thing is I want you to make sure you click on the folder. I'm going to check right now. That's really awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And it really does. I love, love, love to teach. And I'm hoping to continue to like ramp this up and get more people who want to learn about music because I love to teach. And it really does. Anytime anybody donates anything, it just really helps me. All right, I'm going to look for this again. I lost it. Let me go here. I set up one just for this. Blues Volume 4. Oh, it's going to say YouTube. I hope I have you saying your name right too. Okay. Oh, there you go. And boom. Thank you. I tell you what. That's a real blessing that you did that, and I want to show you. I'm going to do something for you. Let me pull up that folder again. Give me 1 second here. So, okay, here we go. Blues Volume 1. Okay, Blues Volume 1, all keys. Where is the chorus? Blues Volume 1. Okay. All right, I found something I need. I'm going to make a copy of this. 1 second. Show file location. Okay, and now I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this to the YouTube folder. I'm going to move this to my drive. Let's see if I can. Okay, YouTube. YouTube member. It's sad this taking me this long. Just hold on. Oh, YouTube Blues Volume 4. Okay. YouTube. YouTube Blues Volume 4 right here, streamed. Okay. Oh, it wasn't in a folder. Okay. We're going to fix this. YouTube Blues Volume 1. I'm just going to use blues courses. That's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is find this folder. Okay, YouTube blues courses. All right, now I'm going to go back here. We're going to move it in there, and we're going to do something else. Copy. I'm going to see if I can move this. Okay, that's one thing. And then I'm going to move this. Okay, now I'm going to put a new link. YouTube blues courses. Let me share this link. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in there. All right, now, Adrienne. Or is it Adrian or Adrienne? Help me out. Both I'm sure work. I'm going to say it's Adrian. Hey, go ahead and click on that again. So I put in there Blues Volume 1. I have 4 different volumes. And you donated $20, and just the fact that you donated and supported that, I want to make sure I'm blessing you because that's awesome. Thank you so much. Leandro, is that right? Hello? All right, yeah, click on that. I want to make sure we're good. I want to make sure you have access to this folder. Who knows what I'll put in there in addition to that. Let me just see if you've clicked on that. Let me click on it. Share. There you go. Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to say welcome to the blues folder. I'll even put some more goodies in there from time to time. Okay, so click on that. So that's two of the courses. The Blues Volume 1 is where the whole thing started. I mean, I'm going back. That course is every course of mine has an interactive PDF. So you just click the camera icon, it'll take you to the lesson. And those lessons are old. The audio quality isn't that great, but the lessons are really good. It'll take you through everything step by step. And I think you'll really enjoy it. And then the one we did today is full of craziness, right? All those really cool licks. But anyway, sorry for the delay for anybody else, but I got to take care of people who are that generous and support me. That's really what it's all about for me. A lot of times I'm doing these streams, it's like 10 people, 5 people, drop it in and out. And then I have people like Jeffrey, who's been one of my biggest supporters ever and is always on my stream. So it's really nice. All right, Adrian, obviously. All right. Nice. Cool. Okay, so just clarify that you have both courses. I want to make sure you're good to go. And if you have any questions regarding any you need help with your practice routine, or you need to you need to figure out backing tracks, or how to use your metronome or whatever, a theory or whatever, anybody can always email me, bob@iMusicAcademy.com, which forwards to iMusicAcademy1. You have to make sure you put that, iMusicAcademy1@gmail.com. And you can also comment on any video of mine if you need to try to get in touch with me, if you have trouble getting in touch with me. If you go to iMusicAcademy.com, you'll see that I have a ton of resources and everything. But the reason I tell you to go to my website is because there's also a contact page if you can't remember my email or something like that. But anyway, awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do now is a lot of the time Thursdays, this is my day to kind of really hang out in the studio. Okay, it's perfect. It's working. Yeah, have fun with that. Make sure you click the camera icon, skip around, print out the sheet music. If you needed individual sheets for some reason, just email me, get in touch with me, and I'll send you individual files of anything you want there as well. And again, Leandro, it's one of those. Thank you for checking in as well, Jeffrey. Always awesome to see you. Yeah, those volume 4 has some advanced stuff in there, but I think it's kind of fun. And those of you who have a classical background, those are really fun as well, because it teaches you like this one right here. And even this right here. Which reminds me of something else. Just for anybody watching, I do have I have an all access academy, and I have a chord academy, and I have a YouTube channel that people can follow. And I would appeal to anybody who is like, if you do hang out with me, you watch my streams, you like my streams, and if you don't have to read music to of course follow me and everything, but if you want to go the extra mile, and an easy way to support me is something I'm really passionate about. I love my all access group. We meet 4 times a week. 4 times a week. And then for my chord academy, it's twice a week, but I always send the files and everything and the links to all 4 days anyway. But the YouTube channel is something we started this year, and I'm at 16 members. One of our guys, Tom, signed up the other day. But you're talking about an amazing group of people. Jeffrey will tell you, I don't know if Jeffrey, he bounces around a lot, so he may not be in this chat. But it's a really supportive stream. And whoever joins, all you have to do is hit join. It's literally in the most basic entry level. It's like a cup of coffee. It's $5.99 a month. It's through Google. I also support people, so I know how the system works, and it's just like a very safe, easy, low entry way. If you just practice a little bit, or you want to support the stream, it's a fun way to do it, because what you'll see is you'll get a cool little icon that shows you're a member of the YouTube channel, but it's also a private way to get a bunch of files, like tons of stuff. Courses, how to play the blues, how to play jazz, chord voicings, how to play hymns, how to private streams. It's crazy. And what I've been doing lately is, it was supposed to be you're an elite member, which is like $15 a month, and I have half of our people are elite members. One person's in the middle tier, and the rest are at $5.99. So it's like split down the middle. Sometimes people start for a coffee, $5.99, then they're like, man, this is pretty cool, I want to upgrade. I've been given the same material to all the levels. So let's just be real there. But anyway, if anyone wants to join that, I think you'll find it really amazing. Nobody has left that membership. we've been doing it at least 6 or 7 months now. We're at 16 now, and everybody stays in it. So I hope that that's a good sign. But anyway, I also want to know what you guys are into. That's really important to me. Like, do you like boogie woogie? Do you like blues? Do you like jazz? Do you like theory? Do you like classical? I do have a classical background, so a lot of times I'm doing some fun crossover things, and I love hymns as well and worship music. So anyway, anything you're interested in, I want to help you. So what I'm going to do now is as I wind up this stream, and who knows, I might even do another stream later, but whenever somebody does join, if I'm on a live stream, it'll say so-and-so joined your YouTube channel. And it's very easy. You just go join. It gives you a couple of options. You decide what you want to join. And then the next time I'm on live, everyone will be like, hey, so-and-so joined. That's awesome. And they'll welcome you, as will I. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. All right. Is it Leandro or Leandro? So on or an? Put it in the chat. An elite member. I feel like I need to celebrate. That is awesome. So what I want you to do, first of all, let me say thank you and go ahead and click on. So I told at the beginning of this stream, I said that if anybody joined our YouTube channel, I was going to put Blues Volume 4 in the membership area. Now, when you see how much material I deliver in the YouTube channel, I don't want you to be overwhelmed, okay? But because of you and your generosity, I am putting Blues Volume 4, and I'm just going to put the same course. I'll put Blues Volume 1 in there as well. But how cool is that? That is awesome. So I want you to click on the folder so you get access to this folder in the meantime, and then I have another assignment for you. Yeah, go ahead and click the link in the chat that gives you both courses, and I'll go ahead and hit accept. So you'll be added to the folder. And then another thing I want you to do is I want you to go to my YouTube channel, which you're already on, but click the membership where it says membership, and I want you to scroll down and see the main folder I want you to add is our most recent folder. You can add anyone you want. A lot of them are not even locked down or anything. Tons and tons of materials, videos. Now you get access to all the members only streams. But in addition to all that, you get, like, the Memphis folder has all of our songs and charts we've been doing the last couple of weeks. It has, jazz charts, blues charts, technique charts, all kinds of stuff. But I want you to click on that Memphis folder first because it has tons of things we've been doing lately. And let me just see if you've been added. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and click on the link, and I'm gonna put the link in the chat again just to make sure that you easily find it. That's awesome. Now we're at 17 now. That's really cool. And I want to leave you guys with one other fun lesson idea for this stream. I decided I was going to practice earlier since I had the time, and I'm just like I'm practicing, and then going up, taking a break, doing some household things, and then taking a coffee break, and then coming back to it and getting some practicing in. Awesome. Done. Okay. All right. Let me go up here and add you. Make sure you're good. But yeah, everybody's going to thank you. All right, there we go. All right, now, again, is it Leandro or is it Leandro? Leandro. That's so funny. Let me make sure I have it right. I'm going to say it's Leandro with an N. Because I'm going to be saying your name a lot. I want to make sure it's right. And I just added you to the folder. And then I'm going to leave you guys with another really awesome tip. Oh, we even did some funk things yesterday, and I have a funk chart that I'm about to add. So just know that that's coming. Okay, so as I'm waiting for you guys, kinda. All right, well then I'm gonna have to. All right, yeah, you're gonna have to help me. I tell you what you could do. Oh, this will be good. This will be good. Is you can email me with a little audio note so I can know exactly how to pronounce your name until I give you. Then you'll get a nickname. But anyway, it's kind of hard to pronounce. Yeah, I figured that. I like that though. I like that. Hey, yeah, I would love to get an audio message from you. Just do iMusicAcademy1@gmail.com or bob@iMusicAcademy.com. A little audio note that would help me. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is I want to ask uh, Adrienne and I'm gonna say Leandro for right now. But what is it that is your favorite thing that you like to study? Blues, jazz, improvisation? Do you like this sheet music? You know, just try to give me like what is your favorite thing to do, and I'll do some lessons ASAP. Or is it technique, like how to play fast or how to play on 2 and 4? Just give me a quick heads up there. Now, another thing we've been doing with my students, just so everybody's clear, is I've been doing loops like the one we've been doing lately, and I put this in. This one is in the membership area in the Memphis folder, and I will go check the Memphis folder, so make sure you click that one inside the membership area. Okay, and then once I add you, you'll see there are tons of blues and jazz charts we've been doing. Whenever somebody joins my membership like you did, you get your own blues. Now there's still a little bit of a line of people. I still have to do Tom's blues, but you'll see a bunch of names and people's blues. And here's the loop we've been doing lately. D minor 11, what a beautiful sound with just 2 triads. And then we do G minor 9. And then we go here. And then this. Then what you're going to do is we're going to turn on our metronome that we've been doing. And this chart is already in there. So let me turn it on. Let's do 16th notes. So with funk, with jazz, even with kind of jazz with loops, I love to do 16th notes. You can get that feel. Let's just see how 70 beats per minute feels. 1, 2, and 3, and D minor. 2, 3, 4. B flat. Two, 3, 4. Yeah, so take one little idea. We talk about how different ways to turn around those melodies and things like that. So that chart is in there. All right, so Adrienne says you need to start with the blues and technique, and you need to learn improv after that. You can start learning jazz. Yeah, that's a great thing. All right, because of you saying that, I need to put another really important chart in the folder really quickly. I'm going to do beginning blues sheet. Blues sheet, where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me go back to there. beginning blues sheet volume 1, and I'm going to do a copy of this so I don't take it out of a folder that we already have. 1 second. I need to copy that. Beginning blues score copy. And how do I? Oh, here it is right here. I'll make a copy of this beginning. This is really important so thing. So home. Where is it? My drive. I should be able to just copy this. Beginning blues sheet. Okay. Move details. Okay, I'm going to add this to our folder here. I'm going to go YouTube. Where is it? What? YouTube. Blues courses. Let me drag this in there. And we're going to go right here. Okay, so what this is, I'm inside the folder now, so you'll be good. And what you're going to do, oh, that's the wrong one. Beginning blues, volume 1. Okay, so this 5-finger blues pattern, right? Super important. And then you have this right here. So I like to do automatic pilot there, like right hand is just going up and down. You can just stop there, or you can just keep going up and down. And I teach a few really awesome young students, kids that are like little jazz and blues prodigies, and we do this all the time. And if you play anything slow and straight, you're good. So that's how you figure out where the hands lock up, like the C, G, and C and A. There's the F. So this pattern, this chart right here does this, where it turns it around different ways. This one shape, you can do this. That's just that first example on the second line, and then this one. Right? You're getting your solo piano. And then you guys know, if you've been hanging out with me, that whatever key you're in, whatever blues you're in, you can use the first 5 notes of that scale, that key. C blues. No matter what chord I go, if I'm playing blues or jazz, if I go to F chord, I still use that C blues scale. First 5 notes are going to sound like $1,000,000. Even G, even on F, even on C. So when you show up somewhere to play with one of your friends or a group piano, they're like, hey, blues in the key of G. Okay, well, there's that 5-finger pattern I learned. So all these notes are going to work on any chord. Okay, that's the first thing. The next thing is, if you go down to the third line, it has this trick. We go, if you're in C and you go down 3 half steps, and now you have an A minor blues scale. Okay, the first 4 notes are going to sound like $1,000,000 over C blues. I use it all the time, even when I go to the F chord, even when I go back to C, even on G. Again. The next one's an Oscar Peterson idea, and it goes down the page doing all these fun little beginning blues tips, and it shows you a bunch of different ways to turn those around. Okay, let me check the chat because I've been looking at the sheet here. So that helps you. And then Leandro says, improvisation and jazz mostly. Perfect. And so you have your little microphone, nice, that you already joined. So again, special Adrienne, thank you so much for the $20 donation. What a blessing that is. And just want you to know how thankful I am for that. And also Leandro, you're going to help me with the name. But thank you so much for joining the YouTube channel. It's in addition to my All Access group and my Chord Academy, my YouTube channel is my passion right now, like my members, because it's a crazy supportive group and you have tons of material as you go to the membership area. All right, now, and I'll be checking to make sure you that you clicked on the Memphis folder inside the membership area. Now, let me do this. So I have two things I want to show you. And what I think I'm going to do, Vicky is a member of everything. She's like the #1 queen of iMusicAcademy. She helps me over the years with everything. So thank you for showing up, Vicky. But here's what I want to do. I'm going to turn on a C Jazz Blues backing track in just a second, and I'm going to demonstrate these simple patterns. And I understand you guys have lives, you have places to go. It's fine. I have this time, I can do this, and I'm teaching, so people will drop in out, and I'm absolutely fine with that. But I wanted to make sure I said thank you to you guys. Now here's another tip that I want to show you that I think will really help. It's not jazz yet, but we're going to get to that in just a second. Is this: if I'm in the key of C, and I know my C scale, this is kind of geared towards beginners, but I think it's really important, because if I do 1, 2, and 5 of the key of C, okay, even that, 3 notes, if I play a C, I get a really cool sound. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more note. I'm going to add the G, which is this G but down an octave. So now I have 4 notes: G, C, D, and G. What I want you to do is hear how amazing it sounds when you just change the bass note. I'm on a C2 right now. If I go down to skip a white note and I'm at A, listen to how beautiful that is. If I go down another note, now I'm at G, a sus, G sus sound, which sounds beautiful. If I go down one more, I have an F major with a 6 and a 9, a really open voicing. If I go down to E, now I have a C over E with that 2 in the bass, 2 in the right hand. If I go down again, I have a beautiful D minor 11. So what I would do is start to practice, and all I'm doing is messing around with those notes. And I can even, because we're in the key of C, all white notes, I can go down and make little melody notes based on a little C major scale pattern. I could go. I'm not changing the right hand at all. Isn't that kind of crazy that you can do that? So when somebody, I tell this especially to my beginners and people who sing and like whatever you were singing, like about if I didn't know anything about the piano and it was Christmas time and somebody said, "Joy to the world, the Lord is come, let earth receive her King, let every heart," you see what I'm doing? It's just like, joy to the world, the Lord is come, 4 chord, let earth receive her King. Isn't that kind of crazy that you can do that? So I could be doing, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Like, it doesn't matter the song. you get these little patterns and these shapes, and you could play with that whatever major scale. If I was in the key of F, I could do the same thing. F major scale. If I'm in B flat, same thing. B flat. Okay, that's for another lesson, but kind of important to know for my beginners of how nice it is that you can do these simple shapes and play different notes of the major scale, and it'll sound amazing. Okay, now let's end this lesson. I've been saying that lately. I said let's end this lesson with whatever, and then I stay on another 20 minutes. Oh well. All right, I'm going to turn on the blues. And I at least want to demonstrate to anybody who happens to come in the stream. I want to show you, especially to my beginners. Forget about what I'm going to do in the left hand. Let's focus on the right hand. 5 notes of blues scale. We're in the key of C, and I'm just using these patterns. 5 notes of blues scale. I'll do it up the octave, do it higher. See how my hand's in that shape? How about this? This is on the 3rd line. Blues scale. Okay, now, first of all, isn't that an amazing thing that we can simply do back and forth over the 5 notes, right? How cool is that? Then, we know our secret sauce is you can go down 3 half steps and you get the A minor blues scale, and you do the first 4 notes, okay, of the A blues scale. Make sure, in addition to all these blessings that have come in, make sure you like this video. It helps me know. I'm showing 5 right now, Jeffrey. First 4 notes of the A blues scale. Now watch this. First 4 notes of the A blues scale. Here we go. 1, 2. I get in this shape. Just staying put right there. Let's go back to the other one for a second. A blues scale. Okay, now, if I'm in the key of A and I'm improvising, I show up somewhere, I'm at 8 now? Thanks, Jeffrey. Jeffrey is he's in charge of all the likes. Jeffrey is the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. He's always showing up to my streams. I can always count on Jeffrey. And always count on Vicky. And so welcome to the group, Adrienne. Really excited that you guys are here. And Leandro is our newest elite member. Okay, that's very much in need of being celebrated. And get ready, because a lot of people are going to be welcoming you. Well, we have our All Access group, our Chord Academy, and our YouTube channel members, which we're at 17 now. I'm so excited. All right, so C blues scale, A blues scale. Now I'm going to show you one more thing that's really important, okay? I'm going to switch folders here for just a minute because I need Leandro to know. I need to make sure you have accepted this invite because this is super important. I'm going to show you a chart that's inside the Memphis folder. So everybody sit tight. Memphis. Okay, inside, look at oh my gosh. Look how many charts there are in this one folder. All right, let me see who. All right, I'm going to copy the link just to make it easy for you. This is in the membership area, of course. But let me go ahead and click this now, okay? You're going to click that folder link right now because you're a member of the YouTube channel, and there are tons and tons of jazz, blues, technique in this one folder. We're talking the last couple of weeks. So there's way too much going on. But what I want you to know is I always try to write out things based on our members and what they're working on. And we always go back to practicing these things. So Ron is our almost newest member. We got the Ron's Cup of Coffee Blues for Marla. And I'm going to show you Blues for Marla in just a second because I want to show you how nice these charts are for you guys. So like Blues for Marla does this. Then that's Blues for Marla, and all of our members know it. They know the sound of Blues for Marla. They love that kind of sound. Now, whenever you have to know, if you join our membership, anybody who joins the YouTube membership, is that most of the people in our group are beginners. We have some intermediate players and a few advanced players. Most people are on the beginning to intermediate, and that's why I think these charts are very helpful. It doesn't matter if you're a pro or a beginner. These charts are helpful, and I promise you that, because like Marla's blues, it's 5/6 root. It comes right out of this idea of minor third to major third that we talk about all the time, and tritones and fun little things. But a lot of this stuff fits under the hand, and it's a repetitive kind of thing so that you're building up vocabulary. I'll demonstrate that in just a second. But what I wanted to show you guys is, we got the yard work blues. Everyone loves the yard work blues. The yard work blues is going to do some yard work, going to do some yard work. So I write these things out so that you guys can have material and ideas that you can use in your own playing. So let me demonstrate this. Let's do the yard work blues. Going to do some yard work. Then it does a blues lick from volume 1. See how easy? Let's do that again. All right, how fun is that, right? And so not only do you have the right hand licks and everything, but you have the voicings. How do you play this? How do you play these chords? So I always want to make sure you guys know exactly what's going on there. Okay. Awesome. All right. So let me check something really quick. Awesome. I'm glad that you like it. Yes, there are tons and tons of things in here. Let me look at the Memphis folder. I want to hit share just to see, make sure everybody is. All right, so I see that you maybe have done that. Let's see. Perfect. All right, I just added you. Yeah, so let me just show you really quickly. Say that. There's some really fun charts in just this one folder, but you have the blues shapes course. The whole course is in there. There's the blues for Marla. There's Ron's Cup of Coffee blues. I love that as well. Copy of No Bills to Pay. Days Leaving on a Plane. Huge, huge. Copy of the Low Volume Blues is in there. The Memphis Blues, Scott's Blues, Tony's Blues, Vance's Blues, Vicky's Cruella, One L of a Blues. Pin Triplet Blues. Oh, backing tracks. So if you click on the backing tracks, it shows you C Blues backing track. There's some other things in there. All right. Let's do Marla's Blues. Marla is, I call her our superstar at iMusicAcademy. She just had her first gig this year, and she's been playing and going for it. I'm very proud of Marla. She sent video of it, everything. Amazing. I still have to send that video out. 2, 3, 4. This is Marla's. Back to our A blues scale, okay? A blues only. Okay, now I want to show you guys some really important things related to what we've been talking about the last few minutes. And this is game changer, what I'm about to show you. So there's the Marla's Blues, which is important. I'm in the Memphis folder inside the membership area on YouTube. Okay. Here's what you need to know. If you go down to copy of, let me think of whose tune this was. It might be Bill's. No, it's not Bill's. Tony's Blues. I think it's Tony's Blues. Yes. Okay. Tony's Blues does this right here. Then it does this again. Then it does this. And it ends with this. Now, that's a little bit involved, kind of, but I want you to see the very first measure where it does this. That right there. And I want to take just that one measure. And what I want you to notice here is when we do our Ray Charles trainings, where we're doing this kind of sliding, and I have everything written out, you guys know that. If I take a C triad and I go 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, da 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 da. Notice that that's a C triad, and we talk about blues and jazz. We talk about the importance of the minor third and the major third of going da da da. And even what's called an enclosure. If I have a target note, which is my E, my third of the triad, I go ba da da ba da da. I'm surrounding. That's called an enclosure. I'm enclosing. I'm surrounding the note, and I go ba da da da. And what I want to show you with even this first measure is this. We just said that you can take this first 5 notes of the blues scale, and then you could go down to A and play the first 4 notes of that. That sounds amazing, to play your blues scale notes and your A blues scale notes. You have that flat third, and it sounds great, but too much of that will get old. What sounds really nice is when you give it a little levity or a little lightness by getting that minor third to major third. I could go, you hear that all the time? So it's a combination between doing a little major third, happy sound, and minor third, right? So that's one thing that's really beautiful is knowing that you have da 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 dum or da 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 dum, and that's what Tony's blues is doing here. On the F chord, it's going to the E flat and back to the happy sound. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm showing you 3 ideas right now to play your blues, and you're going to absolutely love it. The first one is the first 5 notes. We've already done that. The second one is the going down 3 half steps, whatever key you're in. Now the first 4 notes of the A blues scale. Now watch this. This is my minor third sound. This is my minor third sound, but I need a little bit of lightness. So what I'm going to do is occasionally go to the C major triad and that minor third to major third. So let's see how that sounds. At first we're gonna go, just get used to the third. You hear it? That's happy sound again. Now here on the F chord we have to be on the E flat. Now here we go again. We can go A blues scale. Here we go, lighten it up. There's my A blues scale. 4 notes. There's my happy sound. C major. Happy sound. Happy sound. So just for fun, any of our members who watch this in the replay will hear that I did a few fun things there. I did Memphis blues. It has that little Memphis-y kind of sound. And then I did Vance's blues that does this. All right. Do you guys have any questions regarding the live? What a cool thing. I wasn't expecting to go that long, so thank you so much for that. I think what I'll go do is I'll take another break, and then I'm trying to think if I want to do a jazz voicing thing next or if I should do blues. Let's vote. Y'all have 30 seconds to vote. Should we do jazz? Should we do blues? Should we do technique? Or something else? You get to vote. However many votes we have, you can let me know. All right, jazz. Okay, we have a vote for jazz, everyone. Oh, nice. Okay, jazz. All right, now let's take it to the next thing. Do we want walking bass? Do we want right hand ideas? Do we want chords? Okay. That's a vote for right hand ideas. All right, we're 50-50 right now. Oh, we have 2 votes for right hand ideas. Perfect combination of right hand chords. Yeah, we can do that. All right, I'm gonna ask you one more idea, one more thought. Do you want advanced? Do you want advanced ideas, or do you want like easy tonal stuff? Like, do you want diminished ideas, or do you want easy going? Jeffrey. Vicky says drop 2. It's funny. Jeffrey says diminished. I want to make sure I know. You have 30 seconds. We're getting there. We're almost done deciding. I love it. All right, it's 12:52 right now. I'm thinking like 1:30 or 2. All right. Yeah. All right, very good. So what I'm going to do is I'll take my break now and advanced diminished. Vicky, you're so hilarious. We could do my little Barry Harris worksheet. thing. Not worksheet. My little Barry Harris book that we did. That does talk about drop two. That's an idea. But if we're gonna do some right hand ideas, yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll do right hand ideas, and we'll talk a little bit about diminished, but we'll also talk about simple ideas that I think will be very helpful. Like, it doesn't do anybody good if we do diminished or whatever it is without giving some context of how to use it, right? And I don't want to leave my beginners behind, but it's all about foundations, building those foundations. So this helps me. And what I'll do is, inside the membership area, I will put the worksheets. How about that? All right, this will be fun. Let's say 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. All right, everyone, say goodbye to each other. Can't go wrong with Barry Harris. Well, if we do Barry Harris, or if we do the Barry Harris book, I will put the book inside the membership area, and we'll start going through it. The next hey, that's it. The next person who joins, we're putting the Barry Harris book. We just put one in for the next one. If the next person who joins the membership area, we're going to put the Barry Harris book in there. It is 12:55 p.m. Central Time, US of A. It is 12. What time is it where you are, Adrienne? Wow, 10:56. Oh, so you're behind us. You're good, right? Nice. No, not Eastern, Vicky. I always talk in Central Time. Oh, you're talking about what time it is. So, yeah, that's you're saying your time. I got you. Yeah, so I will go. So it is almost 1 o'clock. Let's say 2 o'clock, and we'll do for this next lesson. I'll just put the Barry Harris thing inside the membership area, and let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, so we're talking an hour. Should I do it like an hour and a half? Or should we just say an hour from now? Let me do this really quickly. I'm putting this Barry Harris inside the membership area. I am so excited that we're at 17 members now. I have to do this so you guys can have it and we can get ready for this thing. All right, let me see. Barry Harris. The Genius of Barry Harris. This is my other book. I have so many books. So many things we've done, but hey, that's what I like to do. Got to download this. Okay. Now let me put a copy inside the Memphis. Memphis folder has way too much stuff in it. But they're going to be happy. Okay. Now let me just show you what we're going to be doing. This is not going to be a right hand licks anymore. That's going to be another stream. But let me just go ahead and check this out here. Let me make sure I have it here. Genius of Barry Harris. Okay. So there are 7 tips, YouTube listening things, but we're going to talk about these drop 2 concepts, okay? And this first lesson, like we're not going to do, we're going to stay crazy focused on this. This is all in the key of G, and we're going to talk about how to do these little tips, okay? So, Genius of Barry Harris, starting in the membership area. It is in there right now, and I will send out an email letting Vance know because he'll want to know this. And then we'll do another one where we do, whoa, wait a second. Awesome. Adrienne joined you're an iMusicAcademy musician. Awesome. You mean for today, right? Adrienne, thank you for joining. We're at 18 members, everyone. How cool is that? All right, so does the time work for you, Adrienne? Want to make sure we're good. If it's a time crunch, we'll adjust the time. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. Okay. What I was thinking is we'll go 2 o'clock to 2:30. Oh, hey. All right, now real quick. Adrienne, first of all, thank you again. Everyone give a shout out to her for signing up or for signing up. All right, let me make sure you're in the folder. We got to do that. We got housekeeping to do really quickly. All right. I am in the Memphis folder, and I'm going to share this link. Copy this link. And I want you to click on it really quickly. And then also, you're going to need to go inside the membership area, which is on my channel. And you just go to membership, and you'll see like the folder that we just did. Go ahead and click on that. We'll make sure you're all set up. I wanted you guys to have this. I am going to organize this folder. It's getting out of hand. There's so many. It's all good stuff. All right, here we go. And wait till you see the craziness of this folder. Do not get overwhelmed. There's a process. All these songs that we're doing, it's the same kind of language twisted around, and little things like this and the A blues scale. It'll all start to come together, I promise. All right. Yeah, so anybody who becomes a member, just remember to go ahead and yeah, awesome. You're in the membership page. All right. So you automatically see where you have members only stream. Like now, any of my members only things, there are tons of them. And then tons of charts, tons of folders, tons of extra things. It's insane. But yeah, awesome. Yeah. Very good. And as I mentioned this, everybody needs to know this. I tell people that, you know, you can get in for a cup of coffee. The way I originally designed this thing is I said, all right, if you're at the musician level, you get 1 PDF a week. If you're at the next level, you get 2, and elite is 3. But I just started doing it. I'm like, look, do what you can, join, and I'm trying to give everybody everything right now. And what tends to happen is people can upgrade their membership if they want to and they feel like the value's there. You know, the more people we have, the better. And so if anybody ever feels like upgrading, I'm saying this to all of my musician level, it's half right now. It's like eight elite members and then 8 musicians or something like that. So, we just lost our live stream. Let me go back. Let's see. Anyway. Awesome. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you. We have 8 people who have liked this video. I'll see you at 2 p.m. Central. And I'll go ahead and set it up really quickly. The Genius of Barry Harris. Once again, Adrian, a shout out to you and shout out to Leandro for signing up. We have 2 new members today. That's an awesome thing. And I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. Central for the Genius of Barry Harris, which is in your musician folder. I'll see you. And I'm going to make sure I send that notice out to our people too. See you at 2 p.m.